everyone, and welcome to the session. Today we are going to get our hands on a microbit calculator. Before moving on, let me introduce myself. I'm Shivani, engineering graduate, IT department, batch 2016 to 2020, Anna Engineering College. So let's get started. Before getting into our topic and stuffs like coding, etc., let me first answer the primary questions like what, why, how, where, and when. These experiments come handy. So every one of you know about the calculator, that is it's used for the mathematical calculations like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, etc. So why and where we need it? So we need it to solve simple and complicated problems as well. So when we use it, when we need to increase the performance and efficiency of solving the problems, that is when we wanted to solve them in a faster manner. So next is how we use it. So it actually depends on the type of problem and the person who solves it. Basically we follow the mathematics rules while solving the problems, but other than that it depends entirely on the situation and the person who solves it. So that's the overall answers for the primary questions related to calculator. So let me share some of the known and unknown facts about calculator. As we all know that abacus is the primitive calculator being used since many ages. It is still in use in faster eastern regions. So another fact is that first mechanical calculator invented by Blaise Pascal, a French mathematician in 1642, was he invented it to help his father in calculating the mathematical sums. So these are some facts. Now let's see how it works. Here I'm going to show you two types of calculators. That is one is a static and simple one which adds two given numbers, but here we can have both positive and negative numbers. So basically when we are adding a negative number to a positive number, we are going to have subtraction as well, so it is going to perform addition and subtraction only. So that is one type of calculator which I'm going to show here. The other one is a more interactive and complex one. So in that we can give two input numbers and process them with any of the basic operators like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and get their results. So but in this calculator we are only going to use the natural numbers, that is only positive numbers. So for the static one I'll show you only the output in the last, that is only the output. That I'm not going to give you any codings, you can code it by yourself, it is very easy. So for the second one, that is the interactive one, I'll show you the entire MakeCode block coding. So that's what we're going to see in this entire session. So before that, let me show you some of the insides of the calculator. That is mostly boys have the interest to operate and find what are the inner parts of any device. They are more interested towards the mechanical parts. So here we are viewing the inner view of the calculator. We have the input plastic keys, a microchip processor, the LCD for the output display, and the battery as a power source. So all these work as a unit to process our inputs and provide the output. So this is just, I found something interesting. So next is these are the block codes. That is, here is the sample code of the calculator project. So we'll need four variables primarily, that is switch, number one, number two, and the operator. I'll tell you why we need them and what we're going to do with them while demonstrating the video. So these are the things, variables we need, and we have to initialize them as well. So that is the block code. And similarly we are going to code for some such scenarios like what should happen after pressing the button A of the microbit, then what should happen after pressing button B of the microbit, and what if both A and B are pressed. So this will be a whole code. Actually the initialization, what happens when we press button A, and what happens if we press button B, and what will happen if we press both. So this is the whole block code of our project. So now let's get into the demonstration. So here we are going to enter the MakeCode website, that is makecode.microbit.org. So after entering, we are going to create the new project and we are going to name it. We can name it something like calculator or whatever we wish to remember. So after entering, we are going to enter the workspace. So I'll show you the JavaScript as well, but I'm going to work on the blocks now. So forever is not required, so I'm deleting it, and we are going to work with onStat. So that's for initializations. So other than that, as I said before, on button pressed, that is on button A pressed, on button B pressed, on button A plus B pressed. We'll need all them, so I'm duplicating them and changing the variable into A, B and A plus B. So it'll have all the 4 blocks. So these is the one where we are going to work with everything. We are going to select specific functions for each of these. So we are going to create the variables. That is, as I said before, we are going to have 4 variables. First is op, that is operator. For operator, we are going to have addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. So we'll need 4 values for each of the operator. Then number 1, which we are going to have from this user, that is number 2 as well. So we are going to get 2 numbers from the user. And fourth variable is the switch. I'll tell you where we are going to use it while it is actually being used. So all these variables are going to be initialized first. So we are going to initialize them under the start. So using set function. So this set, as I said, we are going to have 4 initializations. So I'm duplicating it again, and all these 4 will be under the start. So we are going to initialize all of them to 0 and only operator to 1. So number 1 is set to 0, switch is also set to 0, number 2 is as well set to 0, and finally the operator is set to 1. So this will be our initialization path. So as we move on, you'll know why we are setting this to 1 as well. Okay, now let's focus on button A pressed function. So what we have to do, that is A button is going to be used entirely for giving the numbers. That is, we are going to get the actual number which we are going to be used for number 1 and number 2. So I'm getting the logic from if logic from logic section. So we are having this comparison as well. So I'm going to have equal to, that is number 1 equals to this number. That is what we are going to use here. So like now I'm going to use the switch value. Okay, so switch equals to 0. If switch is 0, then it is going to perform what? That is what are coding. So first, whenever I press the A button, it is going to increment by 1. So if switch is equal to 0, then change number 1 by 1. That is, we are going to increment the value. We are going to have 1 plus 1 plus 1. So that's what our logic. So we are going to have, if in if logic, we are going to change number 1 by 1, and now we are going to show the number, that is the value of the number, to the user so that they can know. So show number is also used. What we are going to show? We are going to show the number 1 variable. So we are first changing the incrementing the numbers by 1, and we are going to showing them. So next, again we are going to use our if block, which is placed outside that if, that is next condition, which is going to be checked. I'm duplicating the same block. If switch is equal to 0 is the first condition. So next is switch equal to 1. I'm going to increment number 2. That is, the switch value will be changed once we have set the number 1. So again we are going to check, do the same procedure for number 2. So now the switch value will be equal to 1, and if it is 1, we are going to change number 2 by 1. That is, we are going to set number 2 now and show the number as well. So that is, we are repeating the same function, but first is for number 1 and second is for number 2. So that's all about A, that is the condition which A is pressed. When A is pressed, we are going to set number 1 and number 2. That is all about that. And next we are going to work on number, that is, we are going to work on the situation when A and B both are pressed. So we are in A and A plus B, the situation is we are going to set the operators. That is, we are going to fix the operators. So whenever a plus b are pressed, it is going to show our operators, and whichever we are fixing, it will be the operation which is going to be performed over number 1 and number 2. So first I'm changing the operator value by 1. So that is, we are incrementing the operators values whenever the a plus b are pressed. So for then we are having the if else section. So I'm going to use here 4 basic operations, that is addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. So all these 4 will be gathered in our if else if blocks. So first I'm getting the operator equal to 1. That is, if operator is equal to 1, what is the operation to be performed? That is what we are going to show. So I'm going to first show what is the operator that is going to be under value of 1. So I'm going to use the show LED function, and for our first operation is plus, that is addition. So I'm giving the plus operator. So, and we are going to pause the screen for 100 milliseconds. So that is the function used, and then we are going to clear the screen. So if the operator equal to 1, that is, if I press a plus b for one time, it will show plus. If I am going to press it for the second time, it will show the second operation. And if it is going to be third, it is going to be third operation. Fourth, it is going to be fourth operation. So we are going to involve here 4 operations, that's why it's 4. You can add as much as you can. So we are using again else if. So we are duplicating the condition part, that is operator value equal to, now it will be incremented by 1, that is if I press the second time. So the value should be 2, and we are going to use the same ones, show LEDs, pause and clear screens everywhere. So I'm giving them the duplicates, that is, as I said, we are going to have 4 operations. So it will be operation equal to 3 condition, then operation equal to 4 condition. So all these else ifs work whenever we press the button, that is, it is going to check for the condition where it fits. So whatever we code here, it is going to be executed. It is not necessary that what I'm showing should be in your microbit. It's just a way of executing. You can use your own creativity to utilize whatever you are showing to the users or your friends or whatever you're working on. So that's entirely dependent on your creativity. So our second operator will be multiplication. So we are going to have the cross symbol in the show LED. So it is going to be multiplication, and again a pause and clear screen functions as well. So this duplicate function is another plus of make code function, which can increase your creativity, that is decrease your creativity time. So it is very helpful. I'm duplicating all of them and pasting them everywhere, as I'm going to use 4 operators, right? Okay, so what will be our third operator is, our third will be a minus, and our fourth will be a division. So I'm duplicating the pause and clear screens as well. So another important thing is, as you see, the things which are not attached to any blocks are transparent, and once they're attached to our blocks, they are getting their own colors. So it indicates that it is functional or non-functional in the workspace. So whenever it is not attached to any of the main blocks, then it shows that that means that it is not able to function. It is not attached to any function and it is invalid. So take care of attaching the things properly. As we are moving the blocks, it is easily to confuse yourselves. So as I said, third operation is our subtraction, that is minus, and fourth operation will be our division. So you can also add powers, that is exponentials, trigonometries, then all the mathematical calculations which are done in our calculators to increase the efficiency and learn code in an efficient manner. So as we know all these things already, we'll get to know the codes easily and understand them in an efficient manner. So that's the main objective of doing the primary experiments using microbit. So that's all about on button A plus B pressed. So we are changing the operator by values by 1, always it is pressed, and we are having 4 operators. Once the value changes, it is going to show be assured with that specific operation. So next is the condition with B button. So here first we are going to change the switch value by 1. We are clearing the screen and then changing the switch by 1. So why we are changing the switch by 1? Because first we are B button is used for confirmations. We are going to have 2 confirmations here. First is after confirming the first number, that is after fixing the number 1, we are going to press the button B. Then we are going to also confirm after the end of operators and number 2, we are going to again confirm with B button to show the results. So this is the function of button B. So first function is changing the switch by 1. So if it is changed by 1, we will be fixing the number 2, right? So that is the function of button B, first function. Second function is given with if else block. So we can use if else, that is nested blocks as well, or we can use if else if. So it is depends on our conditions. So whichever we want we can use. So first in if block I'm checking the switch values. That is, we are having 3 switch values. First is 0. If switch is 0, we are going to initialize number 1, right? If switch is number 1, then we are going to initialize number 2. And if switch values is number 2, we are going to get the results, right? So this is our function. So first, if the condition is switch is equal to 2. If it is 2, then we are getting into the block, and again we are checking the values of operators. So in operators we are going to display the results, as I said. So if we are going to get the results, that is, we are going to display it using the show number value. That is, if we are going to show the number, we have to process it, right? We have to process number 1 and number 2 with the specific operator mentioned by the user. That is, if the operator value is 1, then we are going to perform addition. If the operator value is 2, we are going to perform multiplication. If the operator value is 3, we are going to perform subtraction, and if it is 4, we are going to perform division. So I am going to make the blocks with the check of value of operator and show the number using the specific comparatives, where I am going to add number 1 and number 2 and show the number. So that is my function, entire function. So we can nest the function, next the ifs inside them, or we can just have the if else if blocks. It depends on our codes. So I am having your nested things. So here while I am moving, I had moved on without knowing these things, so I'm just moving them back. Don't worry about them. So see here, when I move a block, entire blocks under them are also moved out. This is also a functionality inside make code. So I have to place everything properly in the order in which it should be executed. So I'll place them correctly, and coming back to button B. So here we left with operator 2, right? So we are having if else if blocks. So if operator value, as I said, I showed you nested one, and here I'm going to use else if as well. So when it is else if, we are just going to add them. So after adding them, we can neglect all the else parts because we won't be needing them. If it is required, we can have any number of them. So we are having 4 operator values, so I'm having 4 else if 3 else if part and if part. So in else if part, I'm going to duplicate operator values, that is that conditions, and place them in all the blocks and change only the operator value. So I'm going to check it: operator equal to 1, operator equal to 2, operator equal to 3, and operator equal to 4. So that will be my entire check for button B. So if operator equal to 2, I'm going to show the number 1 into number 2, right? it is multiplication, so that will be my second block. So the operation is multiplication for the second one. The third one will have subtraction. The fourth one will have the division. So we're just going to change the symbols, that is operation to be performed over the numbers and show the numbers. That's it. It's simple, right? So that will be the entire part for B. So this is the part of result. First we are performing the part with switch. So that's all. On start initialization, B on A, it will be the things on B, and on A plus B. So here is the JavaScript code. As we perform the blocks, we are getting the equivalent JavaScript code, right? So button A, we are having switch values equal to 0, that is number 1, and switch value equal to 1, we are having number 2. Then in A plus B, we are going to get the operator that is operator value, and we are going to choose a specific function over there. It will be addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. So that will be the entire part for A and B. Then if it is only B, we are just going to have switch change values, then it will be the result part. So on start we are going to have the initializations. So this will be the entire code. So JavaScript, you can also edit the JavaScript and get the equivalent block code as well. So it's simple, right? It will be depend on the logics, how much big the conditions may vary. So let me show you the output as well. So we're having emulator, right? So we can see our equivalent outputs as well. So first let me press okay, so the code change will also affect the output as well. We'll get the simultaneous outputs. So first on pressing A, we are incrementing the value of number 1. So I'm going to give 3 for A. So I'm pressing B to confirm it. If I press it, the switch value will vary. First it will change to 1. So next we'll be checking number 2. But before that we are pressing the operator. So once I press A plus B, it will be plus 2, it will be twice into. So again I'm pressing A to fix the number and B to get the results. So you can download the HX file and get them into the microbit drive. So I'm sending into the microbit drive, which will be connected. So after sending, while sending, we'll get a blink, which is the sign of transferring the files. So once the transfer is over, we can get the output in our microbit as well. So this is the sample which I said for static code. We are fixing just 2 numbers using A and B. So once I give 2 numbers, I'm just going to get the output. So that is one output. This is the second output of us, right? Okay guys, code amazing cool stuffs and learn enthusiastically. Thank you for watching the video.